But I want to get into our next topic. Whilst we still got a bit of energy here, especially whilst I've still got a bit of energy. For Nick, Dave Filoni confirms Sabine Wren will be Ahsoka Tano's apprentice.
Oh,
Go
I've not
Boss.
seen this.
Go Boss. Woo! Yeah.
Well,
Go
Jedi
Boss.
now.
As if
So
we
I guess
haven't seen
that's
that in
I
every
guess
single
that's why
bloody
they came
series.
out with this Master and Apprentice clip on the official Star Wars YouTube page. The
Wait
other
a
day.
minute. So Ahsoka's a master, but Anakin wasn't.
Go Boss. Woo!
Yeah,
How does that
Ahsoka
work?
left the Jedi Order. She never even became a Jedi.
Honestly, fucking Dave Filoni. It doesn't matter if it's Ahsoka,
Yeah.
mate.
No.
He'd jerk all over that Jimmy. He doesn't give
Ahsoka's
a toss.
all the women's,
Oh,
Yeah.
all the powers,
whammons.
all the Jedis.
Honestly, so let's take a look. Right, honestly, you'll love what he
She
says.
taught Rey everything she knew vicariously through the Force.
Do you know who taught Ahsoka though? Jennifer Lawrence. She was the
Of
first
course.
Jedi.
Yeah. It wasn't Anakin, it was Jennifer Lawrence.
Dave Filoni confirmed that the series will depict Sabine Wren as Ahsoka Tano's apprentice. And this is what he said. It's so dumb. I hate this. When you step into Star Wars and you work with George, you are part of a legacy. You're part of history. And we had to uphold that history and yet do this completely new and different thing. Sorry, mate. Those things fucking contradict one another. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, just that alone cracked me up when I saw this. So it says further, from the beginning of the series, Ahsoka is out there on the fringe of the galaxy. When she hears whispers of this warlord's return, she decides to enlist her friend's help. Scroll down. I'm telling this story about this mentor-student relationship that passes from Anakin to Ahsoka to Sabine. It's quite extraordinary bringing this to life. So it is, yeah. It's going to be an apprentice, mentor, apprentice, master, apprentice. Anakin, Ahsoka, Sabine. Nick, give me your thoughts as a mega Star Wars fan.
This is not Star Wars. Ahsoka's dead. Dave Filoni loves speaking at women's conferences. He's not much better than Kathleen Kennedy. I'm not on board with Filoni at all. Granted, the Clone Wars was pretty well received, but this all orchestrated from that. He wanted Ahsoka to go on and have the story. George said no. She dies along with all the other Jedi. Of course, when Disney bought it, he could pretty much do whatever he wanted to, and brought her back using the world between worlds, and that's how he got her to come back. But then he says the world between worlds is not time travel, and as we've all seen from the trailers, this is 100% the Force is female.
The world between worlds is basically a Jedi bread box. It's where you keep the Jedi for a while, keep them fresh.
Yep, exactly.
So they're needed, and you can pluck them out.
And then on top of that, they're throwing in, the nostalgia bait with the Anakin trailer, with him talking in it, and the rumors of him being in it as a Force ghost, which I can see probably being the case and probably happening. But it's fool's gold. It is all fool's gold. Not to say the show's not going to be watchable. Maybe it is. I haven't seen it, so I can't really say. But everything that's happening, and given their track record, I literally, if I wasn't doing a majority Star Wars based channel, I probably wouldn't even watch this show. I don't have any interest. Star Wars is dead, as culture likes to say, and it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue.
I will watch this just for the meme, and also for Rey, because I think he's going to be great in this.
Yeah,
there's that. Balon,
whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's his last name.
Epic.
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought about this actually last night as I was driving back home from the store. If you go to a landfill, and you're digging through just piles and piles of trash, every once in a while you might come across like a gold watch that, accidentally got thrown away by somebody or something. That's pretty much Disney Star Wars. It is a pile of trash. And every once in a while in these shows, you might see a gold watch or something like that. I'm sure something in this Ahsoka show, there'll be a moment or a scene or a visual or something that I can take away from and be like, all right, that was cool. I like that. But it doesn't change the overarching entirety of the show and the IP under Disney's rule, which is basically a pile of trash. I can, everything that they've come out with, even going back to The Last Jedi, I can pick something out of it that I liked or something that was positive about it. It's not like I'm just negative Nancy on everything from start to finish. I've liked certain aspects and things, but the level of quality compared to what George did with the original trilogy is not even close to being the same. None of it has any rewatchability for me. Even the first 2 seasons of Mando, which I enjoyed for the most part, especially the last episode of season 2. I don't ever go back and rewatch those, but I could throw in Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, or Return of the Jedi any day of the week and watch them from start to finish. And I've seen those probably over 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that about the sort of old and versus the new and how the sort of direction of it's gone. So I did a movie marathon at the weekend whilst drinking some beer, which was very nice. Of the Alien movies. God damn, they hold up. Some more than others, obviously. But it's so exceptionally good. It's amazing how you watch each and every single one, and because they sort of go through the eras and generationally they change, and as they start to modernize, you're like, you've completely lost touch with what the original was. And so Star Wars specifically is fascinating in that as a larger sort of case study, because obviously I'm watching Aliens just movie by movie, but Star Wars as a larger case study obviously made the bulk of them back in a time with one sort of creative vision, and then now such a jarring byproduct of the new stuff. It's just like, what the, you've completely lost the plot with what the original stuff was, and there's no rewatch value. Like I don't think I'd rewatch the first season of Mandalorian. I don't think I'd rewatch any of the.
I haven't.
I don't think I would rewatch any of the new Star Wars stuff.
Yeah,
there's no appeal there. There's very few things have rewatchability for me in this day and age as well. I think there's only the last couple of years only rewatched a few films that I'd seen. There's very few actually, which maybe that's just modern media in general. But anyway, sorry, Culture, you want to say something?
No, I was going to agree with you, Nate. I think the dichotomy is the dividing point. I think that they managed to make something that was, perceived to be enormous, giant, infinite in Star Wars, and they managed to make it rather small because they've only been able to expose us to things that they think they know about, like Tatooine and Coruscant and just a few choice places. It is very telling that that's their understanding of Star Wars, which makes them, I don't know, ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, Star Wars has been dead for a while. Nick's right. I've been saying that forever. But this is not going to help it. And if anything, it's going to confuse matters even more when they get past this, which is not going to do well, to the Acolyte, which is going back in time to this, let's get high republic that flopped all over the place like a dying fish on the sandy shore. This is not boding well for the future of Star Wars. They continue to devalue it, and it's kind of disgusting.
Well, yeah, because after Ahsoka comes out this month. Next week, I think it is, isn't it? Next week it comes out, 23rd or something.
Yeah, 23rd. Yeah, 10 days from yesterday.
2 days ago.
Today. Yeah, 2 days.
10 days from 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Why are we doing that? Wait, you stop doing math.
But then after that, the next thing is going to be the Acolyte, isn't it? There's nothing else that releases.
Yeah, and the Acolyte was originally, I think they were going to try to get it out December of this year,
Yeah,
but
they
it
had to
looks
push
like
it.
it's going to be pushed
Yeah.
back to 2024. But then you got some saying that it's not going to happen, but it's happening.
Yeah. KK Anon. Tom Connors, help us out with the KK Anon. Tom Connors is dead, everyone.
The Acolyte is just a tax shelter for her, and it's not really happening. She's selling her house now, so she's clearly homeless.
Yeah.
So this has been such a disaster for Kathleen Kennedy that she will have to probably move to Zimbabwe or something to hide.
Definitely.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I love this KK Anon bit. I absolutely love it. It's so funny. Right, anyway.
Celebrities never sell one of their many homes unless there's trouble.
Yeah. Oh,
especially
God,
in Malibu.
Oh.